students, welcome you all to the last video for this academic year, that is from chapter 3, that is data converter. With this we are going to finish our syllabus for semester 2. So let us start with digital to analog converter. So let us see the block diagram for the same. Here let us discuss about the content of this block diagram. So the first block is register. Register is a group of flip-flop which is used to store the digital data. Hence, the input to this block is nothing but digital input. So, according to the heading, digital to analog converter is there. That means the input must be in the form of digital. Hence, we are applying digital input over here. Next, we have the reference voltage. After that, level amplifier. There are different stages of level amplifier. The next block is summing network. Finally, we have the amplifier, and the last output is nothing but in the analog form. That means what? This is a block diagram to which we are applying digital input and we obtain analog output. Okay. So this digital input is applied to register. Register stores that digital input. Here we have the amplifier. This is a level amplifier. Okay, this amplifier converts this digital input in the form of analog with the help of this reference voltage. This amplifier compares coming digital input with the reference voltage and generates the output which is applied to the summing network. Summing network is nothing but a adder which adds the output from these different stages. Then finally the analog output is applied to the amplifier which amplifies the output and provides that output across the analog output terminal. So let us move towards the first type, that is binary weighted DAC. So this is the block diagram of binary weighted DAC. Here why we call it as binary weighted, because you know that in binary number system the base is 2. So here we are applying the digital input in the form of binary weighted form, that is 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3. So this is weighted system, binary weighted system. So in this form we are applying the input over here. That means if the first input is 1, the next one is 2, next one is 4, next one is 8. Okay, that means it will be increases in the form of binary weighted. Hence it is known as binary weighted DAC. Okay, you just observe the register over here. We are using the register like R, 2R, 4R, 8R. Okay, if the value of R is 1, then it is 2K, it is 4K, and it is 8K. So it is nothing but 1 as to 2, 2 as to 4, as to 8 RL, and here we are getting the analog output voltage VOP. So see here, this is binary weighted system. In this network, the input is in the digital form, and this R register network converts the digital input into the analog form which is available over here. Hence it is called as digital to analog converter. Here we are using the different values of resistor, that is in the form of 2 raised to again. So if the first value is 1K, then the last value is of 8K. So we have to use these different values of resistor. That is the drawback of this binary weighted DAC. The next is what? See, if the value of this is 1K and this is 8K, that means here this branch have to faces large current flowing through it as compared to this one. That is also the second drawback of binary weighted DAC. So now let us move towards the next topic of binary weighted DAC. This is the formula which is used to calculate the output analog voltage, which is given by V is equal to V1 upon R1. So it is like this. Okay, V1 upon R1 like this. V2 upon R2, V3 upon R3 plus dot dot dot. How many register we use according to that, divided by 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus dot dot. So Milliman's theorem we are going to apply it over here. So what we have, VOP, that is output voltage, is equal to V0 upon 8R. Okay, so we are using the resistor like R, 2R, 4R, 8R. So according to that, we are using Milliman's theorem. V0 upon 8R plus V1 upon 4R plus V2 upon 2R plus V3 upon R. 4 values of resistor we are used in previous circuit, divided by 1 upon 8R plus 1 upon 4R plus 1 upon 2R plus 1 upon R. The Milliman's theorem can be modified in this form. So what is the modified form? It is like this: VOP is equal to V0 into 2 raised to 0 plus V1 upon into 2 raised to 1 plus dot dot up. If we use the n resistor, then we have to write Vn minus 1 into 2 raised to n minus 1 divided by 2 raised to n minus 1, where V0, V1, Vn minus 1 are digital input voltages, that is maybe 0 or 1. So let us move towards the DAC specification. That is what? Digital to analog converter specification. The first specification means the parameter. First one is resolution. So what is meant by resolution? The smallest change in the analog output that will be caused by a unit change in digital input. Okay, that is known as resolution. If digital input smallly changes, then immediately the analog output changes, and that small change according to the change in digital input is known as the resolution. Accuracy, the closeness to the actual value, that is known as accuracy. If the actual value is 5, suppose, and your answer is 4.9 or 4.8, then 4.9 is more accurate than 4.8. That is known as accuracy. Linearity error, the difference between the linear behavior and actual output, all linear, are known as linearity error. Setting time, when the digital input changes, the analog output does not change abruptly. This requires some time to settle the analog output at the value of desired accuracy. After giving a digital input, the time taken to settle the output is known as settling time. Now let us move towards the next topic, that is analog to digital converter. In this case, we are applying analog input over here, and that analog input is converted into the digital form. So see here, let us see the first which blocks are used here. First is comparator, which compares the two inputs. So one of the input is analog input, which is externally applied over here, and the second one is reference voltage, that is nothing but the feedback voltage from the final output, which is given as a feedback to this comparator negative terminal. The output of comparator is applied to the control logic. The control logic can be controlled by this clock, and here you have this one signal that is applied over here, that is start conversion. Here you have the counter, okay, and the output of counter is in the form of digital output. This final digital output can be feedback to the comparator. Hence here we have to use digital to analog converter, because this is digital output and the analog form of this output is applied over here. Okay, suppose initially if the digital output is less than the analog input, then comparator generates 1. Okay, this control logic we are going to apply the clock. If the start conversion signal is applied here, the conversion of this analog input to the digital output is started. One output is set over here, suppose like this 1 0 0 0. Then the analog form of this is applied to this comparator. Suppose the analog input is less than this one. After conversion, whole conversion is completed, then 0 is generated here, and that is applied to the counter, and again counter converts that analog signal into digital output. So in this way, analog signals input can be converted into the digital output. Successive approximation method. Here analog input is applied over here. This is the comparator. Again here you have the control and logic, control and clock. This is the ring counter, level amplifier, binary and ladder. Here the digital output is nothing but the output of this binary ladder, whose analog form is applied to this comparator. Comparator again compares the analog input and the second input and generates the output, which is applied to this ring counter. What does the ring counter? Counts the input which is applied to the counter. Again counter counts that output accordingly, which is applied to the level amplifier. Binary ladder generates the digital output here. So in this way successive approximation method is works. Digital thermometer. So let us see the generalized block diagram of digital thermometer. You know that digital means on this thermometer you get the numerical temperature which is measured. So here initially first block is temperature sensor. This is system controller and display. Temperature sensor senses the temperature of the object which is connected over here. This system control controls the output from the temperature sensor and displayed on your display. So let us move towards the digital solid state thermometer. So let us see the block diagram. Again the block diagram is like this. Here you have the sensor, analog to digital converter. Here you are using the analog sensor. Here display, LCD display, and microcontroller is used for the conversion process and for displaying purpose. Microcontroller controls both the parameters. The sensor senses the analog temperature. This block converts that analog temperature to digital form, and that digital data will be displayed on your LCD display, and this process will be controlled by this microcontroller. So with this we are finished our last chapter as well as the syllabus for this semester. So best of luck and thank you.